Hey guys, Gibtron73 here. Today I am starting my series called The Highs and Lows. In this series you will learn how to yo-yo whether you are a beginner or an advanced player. For the beginners, I will have beginner tutorials of the basics until you're to the point where you can just have all the fundamentals you need to start learning advanced tricks. And then for the advanced yo-yoers out there, I will have something fun, interesting, technical, flowy, whatever you guys need on my channel, and that one I'll be more lenient about of what I can teach, so you guys can give me requests of things you want me to teach. I call this series The Highs and Lows of Yo-Yoing because in yo-yoing you will have very, very many highs and very, very many lows. Long hours of learning tricks with no success, but then also first place at contests, or getting a new yo-yo, or finally landing that trick that you've been working on for so long. And so I wanted to highlight that. And the highs and lows can also reflect being at a lower stage in your yo-yo journey with the beginner level, but then also being at a higher stage in your yo-yo journey. But remember that wherever you are on your yo-yo journey, every yo-yoer out there is just happy that there's another person in their sport, because we love to see new people learning tricks, and just be happy where you are. And I'm ready to get this video started. I'm ready to teach you guys the basics of yo-yoing. First thing you're going to want to know is what yo-yo to get. And the two yo-yos I recommend are the Yo-Yo Factory Whip or the Magic Yo-Yo K2 Crystal. There are many other yo-yos out there that will work just as well as these two, but these ones are the most available. You can find the Yo-Yo Factory Whip for $6 at Hobby Lobby, and so that chances are you probably have a Hobby Lobby 20 to 1 hour, 20 minutes to an hour away from your house, and that you can get this in person. But if you need the online route, then this one also comes with an unresponsive bearing with it if you get it on Amazon, and it will cost you around $12 for this yo-yo, and so you get the extra bearing so you can immediately transition. Both of these are great options, and either way you go is fine. But the K2 Crystal, you can also find this in packs with other unresponsive yo-yos. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using the Yo-Yo Factory Whip, but whenever you have your yo-yo, just come back to this video and start learning the tricks. The first thing you're going to learn is how to throw your yo-yo. Everyone thinks they should throw it like this. And technically, that's kind of how it's been thrown for many years, and technically there's not really anything wrong with that. But if you want to open up doing these cool tricks and such, you're going to need a lot more power in that throw. So what you're going to need to do is turn that hand over and throw it just like that. Make a bicep, and then let it go out of your hand, and then when it reaches to this out extend point, you turn your hand over and tug it back up. There's a lot more details that go into that, so let's break down some of those. In your hand, the yo-yo should look like that, where the string is going to the top of the yo-yo instead of the bottom. And you'll notice that when you have it tightened up with the bottom, it doesn't feel as tight, and it just feels loose. But then if you have it where it's going to the top of the yo-yo, then it cinches up way better, and it feels like a tighter grip in your hand. And so then that's how to throw your yo-yo. And eventually, to get more power, you can just get some more snap into it. And there's all these joints here that go into throwing your yo-yo. And so you can use all of these to their full extent. You don't just want to use your wrist, and you don't just want to use your elbow. But to get a good throw, you want to use all of them in conjunction. Another thing you're going to need to know is that after you throw your yo-yo, and you're possibly not going to be able to get it to come back up, you are going to need to learn how to wind up your yo-yo. To wind up your yo-yo, you're going to hold one half of it and place your finger to the inside of it, just like this. And wrap the string around your finger, just to that outside, just like that. And do that, twice, and then let it go inside the yo-yo. I'll show you that again. Let it go twice, then into the yo-yo, and then keep on raveling it. And then eventually it goes into your hand, and then you want to have the string going to the top. And a common mistake is keeping your finger there the entire time, but that will leave this ugly little gap of string, and that can mess with your throw. So you don't want to do that. And then you're also going to need to just make sure that you have enough wraps around your finger, and so maybe do it 3 times just to be safe. Then past that, just ravel it up. You'll notice that after you wind up your string a few times, this will start to happen. Your string will have spaghetti string. We don't like this. We don't like spaghetti as yo-yoers. And so to get rid of this spaghetti, what you're going to do is take the slip knot off your finger and then have it let loose. Now, I know this is not the fun part. This is not fun to learn. It's not fun to have all these tiny little details that go into it, but these are important. And eventually, you'll get past these, and these will just become muscle memory. So stick with me here. Then you're also going to need to know how to tie a slip knot. And if you get the whip yo-yo, it will show you how to tie this. But just remember, you have the loop. Put 2 fingers inside of it. Then fold it over. And you'll see that it has this middle string peeking through it. Now what you're going to want to do is grab that string and then bring it down. And then you put your finger in that loop. And you're going to want it between these 2 knuckles. So you see that's where my callus is, just right there. And that is how you learn how to do the basic throw. And guess what? That is the end of all the boring stuff that you have to know for how to throw your yo-yo. There's boring things that are going to come later, like yo-yo maintenance and other stuff. But for right now, you can do this as many times as you want, and then after the string gets tangled up, then you get rid of your spaghetti string, and you are well on your way to becoming an amazing yo-yoer. I hope you enjoyed the video. Gibtron73 out.